like them native foes. Poking out the side, jump my deuce up to the sky as I continue to swing real wide. Swing real wide. Swing real wide. Real wide.
So you want to become an expert at shooting dice. Well, this video is going to take you to that next level. So this is part 3 on how to shoot dice. If you haven't seen part 1 and part 2, I'm going to need you to go to my channel and watch those before continuing this video. Because without that information, it's going to be difficult for you to understand what I'm trying to teach you today. So the next thing we're going to discuss is fades and how to fade. Alright, so the idea of a fade is to match the money the shooter puts up. When a shooter says who trying to fade, he's asking who wants to match the money he put up, or who wants to put their money together to cover the sum of the money he put up. The opponents can go halvesies, thirds, fourths, it doesn't matter. But you're never forced to fade anyone if you don't want to. So I'm going to show you a few ways how to fade. So this is how it's going to look. So say for example, my boy Peter Panda just 7'd out. He just lost, so he hands me the dice. So he's going to put some money out there to start a new game. I'm going to match him. And this is where the fade comes into play. So I already have one bet established right here. So here's what I'm going to do as the shooter. So since that's not enough for me, I'm going to put $40 out there to make another bet. And this is how you're going to fade. So since I just dropped $40, that means Tommy can put his $20 up and Gengar can put his $20 up. So both of them together have both put $20 up, equaling $40. So I put $40 and they combine their money to match my $40. So that means that they're both betting against me in this game. And I also have this bet going with Peter Panda for this game. So let's see what happens. That's an 8. So my point is an 8. That's a 7. That means I lost. So since Gengar and Tommy both combined their money for that game, they're going to split their winnings. That means Gengar is going to get $40 back because he put up 20. And Tommy is going to get $40 back because he put up 20. And Peter also wins because I 7'd out. So that's his money. Alright, now let me show you another way to fade. So say for example, I put up $60, right? I say, okay, who trying to fade me? That means Gengar can put up $20. Tommy can put up $20. And Peter can also put up $20 against me. So that means in this game, all 3 of these guys are my opponents in this game. So let's see what happens. We got a big game going now. 7, boom, first row. All this money is mine. And then I put the dice in my hand. Okay, so let me show you another way to fade. So say for example, I'm the shooter and I got the dice in my hands. I've been winning a bunch of times and I'm still rolling. Alright, so say for example, I put up $60. The Panda wants some action, so he decides to throw in $50. Tommy also wants some action, so he decides to throw in $50. So that means collectively between the two of them, they have put up $100 total against my $60. So what can we do now since they put more money than I put up? Well, if Gengar wants to, he can actually put $40 up in my favor. So that means Gengar for this game will be on my team in hopes that I will win. And it will be me and Gengar versus Tommy and Peter Panda for this game. So me and Gengar have combined our money to make $100. And they have also combined their money to make $100. So now we have a matching sum. So in this case, one of the opponents actually faded on the shooter's behalf. So let's see what happens. That's a 9. Okay, so my point is a 9. That's a 3. That doesn't mean nothing. That's an 11. That doesn't mean nothing. That's a 6. That doesn't mean nothing. That's a 9. That means I hit my point and me and Gengar win. So what's going to happen is the money that Gengar put up, he's going to double it. And the money I put up, I'm going to double it. So we're going to split this money evenly that they put up. So Gengar put up $40. He's going to get $80 back in return. He doubled his money. And I'm going to take the rest. I put up $60. I'm going to take the rest of the money, which should be $120. So let's count that out. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, 120. I doubled my money as well. And the dice are still mine. So I roll again. All right, so you can also fade side bets as well. So now I'm going to show you how to fade a side bet. So say, for example, I'm the shooter. I got the dice in my hand. I put $20 up. I say, who trying to fade? Okay, Tommy says he's trying to fade. He matches me, puts up $20. This is just for the initial bet. So let's see what happens. That's an 8. Okay, so my point is an 8. So I might call for a 6-8 side bet. I'm like, all right, who wants to take a 6-8 side bet? I put $40 up for a 6-8 side bet. So say, for example, Peter Panda wants to take a side bet, but he doesn't feel comfortable putting up the full $40 I put up. So he's going to put up $20 for a side bet. So that leaves the option open for Tommy or Gengar to add $20 to this side bet to make it even. So Gengar decides he's going to put $20 up for this 6-8 side bet. So now we have an even match. And that's the definition of fading. It's matching the amount of money that the shooter put up to bet. So let's see what happens. All right, so that's an 11. So that means I lose this side bet money because craps for a 6-8 are 7, 11, and 2, 3, and 12. So this money gets distributed evenly, so they doubled up. So they both get $40 back. And that's exactly how fading works. And this money right here still stays in play because I haven't 7'd out for this money. I only crapped out for the side bet. All right, so now let me show you how to fade on the shooter's behalf. So say I put $20 up there. I say, who trying to fade? Oh, Gengar said he wants to fade. This is for the initial bet. So we're going to make a side bet so I can show you what this looks like. All right, so that's a 10. So somebody might call for a 10 for a side bet. Then I say, okay, I'll take that side bet. But say I put $40 up for a side bet. And say, for example, Tommy and the Panda both decide they're going to put up $40 each. They want to put up $40 each for this 10 for a side bet. So I say, okay, but I don't feel comfortable betting more than $40 on a 10 for a side bet. So Gengar decides he wants some side bet action. He's going to make up the difference and bet on this side bet in my favor. So he's going to also put up $40 for the side bet to make it even. So we got $80 riding on the shooter's side, and now we got $80 riding on the opponent's side. So let's see what happens. So 10-4 is my side bet, and my point is a 10. That's a 6, doesn't mean nothing. That's another 6, doesn't mean nothing. That's a 5, that doesn't mean nothing. That's a 7. Okay, so I 7'd out. So not only did I crap out on the side bet, I also crapped out on the initial bet. So all this side bet money that me and Gengar put up is going to go towards Tommy and Peter Panda. So even though Gengar put his money up to fade on the side bet, since it was on the shooter's behalf, he lost his money. But he was able to recuperate some money for his initial point bet. Okay, so one last lesson about fading. So say, for example, I'm the shooter again. So I decide I'm putting some big money out there. So say I put $100 up there. And the people that I'm playing with don't feel comfortable betting me $100 for this game. What they might do is Gengar might put $20 and Tommy might also put $20. But Peter decides he don't want no action. So I put up $100 and together they put up a sum of $40. So if nobody else wants to fade me, I'm gonna have to take away $60 from this to match the money that they put up. So we can make it an even bet and get to rolling. So now I've removed my $60, then it's an even bet, we start rolling. So let's see what happens. That's a 5. Okay, so my point is a 5. Snake eyes, that doesn't mean nothing. Bad luck, but okay. That's a 6, doesn't mean nothing. That's an 11. That's a 5. That means I win the money, I win everything. And I get the dice back. And that's exactly how fading works.
It ain't nothing like them native foes poking out the side. Jump my deuce up to the sky as I continue to swing.